guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. As always, if you have a question of the day, please leave it in the comments section down below and I'll answer some in future videos. So today I wanted to answer a question that I had in a video form because I felt like it needed a longer answer, and that is how me and my husband are managing to work from home with children, albeit young children, not just children, young ones. So I feel like we've definitely been through a process with this. I know this is so challenging for so many people. Working from home is a challenge in itself for some people, depending on your circumstances and what your job is. Working from home while having two young children who are super excited to have mummy and daddy home. And usually when that's the case, it's evening time or it's weekend time when everybody is home and it's playtime. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of playing, games, snacks, entertaining, rowdiness and mental behaviour. So how do we manage to actually try and work in this space with these lunatics on the run? So I'm going to share with you all the things that we've learned and that we've discovered make this the best situation, the best scenario that we can manage in our personal circumstances. So to begin with, my children are aged 5 and 4. So my daughter is about to be 6 and my son has just turned 4. So they're pretty close in age, but with one big difference, that my daughter is at school. She's school age and my son is not. He usually goes to nursery or preschool 2 days a week. She is obviously full-time at school. So my daughter is being homeschooled during this time. My son is not really being homeschooled. We kind of, teach him stuff like letters, and we've taught him to say his name. We're teaching him just to write his basic letters, but he's not got any kind of curriculum to follow. He's got no school asking him, to do work or anything like that. It's just totally up to us and him what he does and doesn't want to do as far as actual learning. It's mainly reading and things like that with him, or trying to make things seem like a game and tricking him to learn stuff. My daughter, she does have obviously a curriculum. She's been at school for 1.5 years, and so we do really want to maintain what she's learned. We just don't want her to, to get out of school mode really. So we're just kind of wanting to keep her ticking over. Now my daughter is pretty unusual. She loves school. She loves doing schoolwork. She is dragging me into the office to do our schoolwork every day. She loves it. I've said from the beginning, if she doesn't want to do something today, we're not going to do something. If she wants to play, if she's feeling sad, if she's not in the mood, we're not going to do it. We'll do bits and pieces, but my main goal for her is keeping her happy and healthy and keeping her well-being high and keeping her feeling safe and keeping things as normal and as happy and making memories and making this time a time that they both will look back on as, wasn't that the time of our lives? We spent all that time mummy and daddy and it was just amazing, and we did all these things and we made all these memories, and it wasn't scary and it wasn't horrible and it wasn't unknown and unsafe. We felt safe and happy and fun, and that's what I want them to remember. I don't want to remember this as like some kind of home like army school. That's not what I'm trying to set up here. But if that's your thing, then who am I to judge? So our situations are, my husband is full-time employed. He is fully still working from home full-time, albeit at a distance. I'm not employed, I'm a contractor. And with everything that's going on, I obviously don't have any contracts. So my day job, if you like, is currently not a thing. Not happening. However, I am now obviously in charge of homeschooling my daughter. So I have my YouTube channel, which I'm trying my best to keep ticking over, but my main job at the moment is homeschooling my daughter. I'm suddenly a teacher. Who saw that coming? Not me. So that's kind of what we've got going on. I've got my channel, my filming, my editing to do, all the stuff that goes along with that. And usually I do the majority of that on a Monday or Tuesday when my daughter is in school, so I have the time to do it by myself. At the moment, both my kids are home, so I'm having to do this, film with my kids here and my husband here, but I don't have my day job, which I normally do because all my contracts are on hold. My husband is full-time working, as I said. So I think the first thing that we did, and we definitely did not get this right straight away, is learning to work in the circumstances that we have. I think at first we were both trying to work as we normally do. So I was trying to film all day on a Monday and get all my editing done in one day on a Monday, as I usually do, because that's my one day I have dedicated to YouTube. He was trying to continue working with all his meetings in the times they'd normally be, you know, doing things like conference calling, emailing, and doing everything in the way he normally would do, but just doing it at home instead of in the office. And we both quickly learnt we're going to need to make some changes. We've got to kind of adapt to the circumstances, the situation, the surroundings that we're in. We can't just take our jobs and bring them here and expect this to work. So you've got to find, whatever that looks like for you, the better way of working under these new circumstances. Don't try to just continue working exactly as you were in the office, because it probably won't, or certainly may not work as well as it did there. Now you're at home. Find a new way of working in this scenario, in this space, with your new lifestyle. So there's a few ways that we did that and that worked for us. The number one thing is taking turns. If there are two of you who live together, parents cohabiting, partners in life, parents living together, take turns. Don't both be trying to work at the same time and both trying to parent at the same time. If you need stuff that you need to get on with and focus on, it's your other person's turn. They can take the kids away, play with them. They take over the homeschooling, whatever it is. They take them on a walk. They'll set them up with an activity while you are focused, and then you can swap over and you be the parent, the other person do their job. Time and days of the week has ceased to be a thing for the majority of people. So you don't have to work 9 till 5 anymore, Monday to Friday, or whatever your normal schedule was. You've got to learn to adapt and work around the new schedule that might look a lot different. Now, I understand that all bosses aren't particularly adaptable to this, or they might want you to be doing these exact same hours. I think it's really important that we all kind of communicate our limitations and our what is possible and what is not possible at this time with our bosses or our line managers or whoever we need to do that with, and explain, this is my situation now, that's not possible, this is what I can do. We're a lot more, I feel, a lot of us, depending on our jobs, are a lot more efficient at home. You can do a lot more in a lot less time here, because there's a lot less, excusing the children for a second, there's a lot less distraction at home. You don't have people coming in and out of the office. You don't have to go to that meeting that's the other side of wherever you work. You don't have lunches out. You don't have clients coming in. You don't have phones ringing off the hook. You don't have just those constant people wanting to chat to you or coming to see you or whatever it is, clients, whatever. So I feel like in a lot of jobs, obviously not all of them, depending on what your job is, certainly for our jobs, it's a lot less distracting here. So we can do the same amount in a much smaller confined amount of time, as long as we are given that time to focus on it. So maybe you work in the morning and your partner works in the afternoon, and the other time you are with the kids or doing whatever with the kids and you're leading on that, and we take it in turns depending on what we're doing. What's categorically got to happen for that to work is communication between the two of you, and that was definitely something that we didn't get right at first. We were just carrying on with our jobs, doing what we know our schedule is and what we need to do in what order, but not letting the other person know what that was. So we were both kind of doing all of the things, kind of half parenting, kind of half teaching, kind of half working, and not really doing any of it that well. Instead of just saying, hey, I've got this call at 10, can you be mum for the 2 hours? I need that time. I need that to be quiet time. Can you take them out? And just actually really communicating with your partner. Not many of us are used to working with our husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, partners, whoever, housemates. We're not used to being colleagues as well in the same space. So we're probably not used to telling them what our schedule is, but super helpful in the circumstances when we don't know the other person's schedule and we're not communicating that. So make sure you're communicating, I need these hours to be, like for me, I've got a call that I need silence for at this time, and just let them know what you need and how they can help you. We, for this reason, designated a quiet quiet zone, which is our gym that also has our desk. It's kind of a gym office hybrid. I know not everyone's going to have the space for that, but if you have even a room, and it could be your bedroom, but it has to be your quiet zone, so kids can't come in there making a noise. If you're in there, don't open the door. It means you're on a call, or you're talking to someone, or you're focusing on something and you need it to be quiet. Find somewhere in your house that is your quiet zone. Everybody knows that's a quiet zone. Kids know, kids have been told, partner knows. That is your quiet place for quiet working. Utilize your outside space. If you have a garden or outside space, my husband is taking the kids every morning and doing PE, which is mainly dodgeball. We also do, I'll take them outside and do weather walks or nature walks, see what we can find in the garden and things like that. When my husband, if he's got a really long conference call, video call, something that he needs quiet for and he needs to concentrate on, one or the other of us, or when I'm filming, for example, and I need quiet, one or the other of us will take the kids and go outside. One, you all get your fresh air and your exercise and just being in the world and being in fresh air and feeling a bit more normal. The kids can make as much noise, run around, shout, yell, play, and have noisy, joyful, tiring play outside, and try and marry that up with a time when somebody needs quiet inside, so that those two things are completely separated. That is like gold time, gold dust time. Our daughter's school has been amazing with everything they've supplied us with, kit for teaching. They are sending worksheets, so all we have to do is print off these worksheets and all the different subjects and work through them with our child. The majority of the time, obviously there's listening to reading, there's encouraging writing, things like that, but they've sent us maths sheets, English sheets, writing sheets, reading sheets, phonics sheets, all kinds of sheets coming out my ears, and it just helps you know what you're doing when you're not a teacher and you have no idea what the curriculum is. They're sending us sheets to work from, which is amazing. My daughter loves doing them, and it's really great for me to actually get to see what she can do and what she's learning, and how she does it and all the processes. I've been absolutely loving it, and I'm very much taking the lead on her homeschooling because my husband is still working much more than I am. But there are times like now while I'm filming where my husband's doing homeschooling with her, so we have a chart on the wall of what she did today, what she did yesterday, what she did the day before, and we're just ticking off what subjects she did yesterday, what subjects she did today, so that if you go in there and you're taking over, you can see, oh, okay, so she hasn't done any reading for a while, she hasn't done any writing for a while, oh, she hasn't done maths today, or she's done quite a lot of that, so we won't do any of that. So that when you're swapping over with your roles, when someone else is homeschooling today, someone else is working today, you can go in there and you can see what she's done, you can see, you know, what she needs to do, what she needs to do more of, what she's been loving, all that kind of stuff, and you both know what's going on with the kids homeschooling. I think the most important thing really is just to communicate with each other. Understand this is totally new. We're all learning as we're going along. We're picking up things that work for us as we go along that make it better, that make it worse. And we're all just trying to navigate this new normal for a while. So I think it's really important to be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, try and be as patient as you can, and just work it out and communicate with the other person what's working, what you need. Treat them like your colleague, because they are your colleague now. And like it or not, it's going to be that way for a little while. So you must communicate how you need to work, what you need in order to work at your best, and make sure you're asking for help. As always, don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from your boss and telling them this isn't possible with my new normal, whether it's from an actual colleague, how are you getting on, how are you navigating this, or whether it's from your partner, can you give me this, I need this time for quiet, I need to make a call, can you take the kids? Just always, communication just makes everything work better. So as always, please leave your tips and how you are managing to work from home while homeschooling kids or having kids home with you, and how you're managing to get on with that. Let's all hit each other up with our best tips in the comment section down below. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.